You need this light turned on over here, right? For light?
No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
Well, you can go ahead and turn it
Or
on.
does
It might help.
I just didn't know whether
It might help.
Yeah, it might help a little bit. Okay.
Oh. So, yeah, I just wanted you to tell me where you went on that train trip.
You rascal. No way. You thought you were going to trick me, didn't you? I went south. Yeah, you almost got me there.
Yeah.
No.
We get it on tape.
That's a long time ago, Ray. My Lord.
Well, who was it? It was you just went by yourself?
No, I went with a friend of mine, a
No.
fellow by the name of, what the heck was his name? Cardwell, I believe his name was. Can't remember his first name. Long time.
Just a little vacation.
Yeah, just a little al fresco vacation that we thought would be exciting, and it turned out to be very exciting. Especially getting off of the train when we come back through town.
Oh, man.
Because they were getting a pretty good lick
Oh, no.
in front of the house, down Grandma's
Really?
house. And I knew that I had one chance, and one chance was all. And so I took it and jumped off, and I went head over heels.
Wow.
I don't know, I guess the train was going 30, 35 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I couldn't run that fast. So when my feet hit the ground, I stopped and went over. I still got cinders in my knees.
From that?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Still got them now. Mother used to tell a story. It took 3 baths to get me clean. From all that soot and stuff from the train.
What did she say to you when you walked in the door?
Where have you been?
And you,
I said, I've been south.
That's been your story ever since.
That's it. I don't tell. I was gone about a week, I guess. About a week. Got so hungry that I offered to eat people's grass in order to get something to eat.
Now that's pretty hungry.
That's pretty hungry. Yeah.
That's pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, now you know that's a lie.
You know, what was this thing you and Perry did? Something you.
Which Perry is that? Aunt Allie's husband.
Yeah. Didn't y'all put together concoct some scheme to sell peas or something?
No, I can't.
What was it y'all were telling me about? Something
That was, I think that might have been your Uncle Joe, and a friend of his grew a crop of sweet potatoes in that vacant lot next to Mother's house.
Oh, really?
I don't remember making any kind of a deal with Perry about peas. No, I don't.
I thought there was some deal where you went into business and then the price of whatever you had planted
fell out of the bottom.
Fell out of the
yeah,
bottom.
That was Joe Harris, my brother.
That
and
was his
friend,
scheme.
Joe Swinney. Joe Swinney, they planted that field next to Mother's house with those sweet potatoes.
Oh, okay.
At the
Are you
time.
okay?
Oh, yeah. Everybody thought they'd do the same thing, so there was a glut of sweet potatoes on the market. And the bottom fell out. And they couldn't sell them, they couldn't give them away. Nobody'd take them off their hands or nothing. They just lost their shirts, and they'd worked all summer growing the thing.
Oh, man.
And they thought they were so smart, but they didn't make a dime off of them.
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we had some good old times back in those days. Good gracious. All this was prior to 1940, which is a long time ago.
Well, did Dot do any exciting things?
Yeah, she told our daddy on me for something that I'd done, and I in turn blew the whistle on her for something she'd done. So it got us both in big trouble with our daddy. I told him about her staying out till midnight or something, and that was bad news. she told him about me doing something around the house there that was bad, and I can't remember what it was. Perfectly innocent, childish trick, I'm quite sure. Wasn't nothing like staying out till midnight or nothing like that. But now Dot was around, but she taught me to dance.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah, she taught me to dance.
Was she a good dancer?
She was one of the best I ever saw, outside of my lovely wife.
Well, I'm glad you put that disclaimer in there. Yeah.
That's like I remember seeing on that movie, 1 million BC. They put a disclaimer on that. Any resemblance to persons living or dead. Oh my goodness. I thought that was rather useless to put such a thing as that on that movie.
1 million BC, yeah. I would say. That's pretty tongue-in-cheek, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. You've got some big stories to tell too, I know that. You're running around through this town. As a matter of fact, isn't this your reunion year?
Yeah.
94?
Yeah, 30 years.
And didn't you all put that sign up as a gift to the high school?
Yeah,
That's
you know
what I
about
thought.
that?
I remembered that, yeah. I remember that. That
The
was
sign's still there.
still there, still in good shape. They use it every day, yeah. They use it all the time. They're expanding that high school, I'm sure you noticed that.
Oh, I guess the town's growing a lot.
Oh yeah, it's something else. The 11th of this month, I'll be 70 years and 1 month old. You
Well,
believe that?
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
70 years.
What railroad was it that Granddaddy was?
That was the NC and St. L. The Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis,
Okay.
which evolved after a while into the L&N at Louisville and Nashville. They bought out NC and St. L, which evolved into I can't think of it right now. Essex or something like that. It's some Southern Railroad company, a big one,
Oh,
which
okay.
bought out L&N and assumed all the trackage and everything of that thing. But the NC and St. L was the one Granddaddy retired from.
Yeah.
Your granddaddy. They still got. They
Is this
still
too
got
much
that.
talking for you?
Hmm?
Too much talking for you?
No. It's all right.
Okay.
When I fall over and turn blue, that's when you
That
turn
didn't
your
give me a
camera
clue,
off.
huh?
Yeah. You can turn your camera
Turn
off.
my
on
camera
that.
off.
Yeah.
Oh, Sanford. He always had a great sense of humor.
But I remember, you remember them asking you about that dog that you had? And you was playing with your dog, and this old guy comes up to you and says, "Boy, what kind of an old dog you got there?" You said, "He's just an old dog." And I said, "Well, look at him." I said, "That's the sorriest dog I ever saw. His ears chewed off, ain't got but one eye, 3 legs, one leg's gone, his tail's broken in 3 places. Hadn't got any balls." He said, "What?" I said, "Boy, what's you name that dog?" You said, "He named Lucky." Is there anything to that?
I don't know. It probably is.
Hey, lucky dog. Lucky dog.
Lucky dog.
I used to have an old bulldog, one of those English bow-legged bulldogs.
Oh, really?
Way back yonder. He was a lovable thing. He wouldn't hurt a flea. But the black folk in town didn't know that. And I had him one of those big old studded leather collars
Oh, man, I bet he looked.
and a leash on him like he's a mad dog, you know. Of course, I had to drag him most of the time.
Huh.
But when I'd walk down into Tullahoma sidewalk with him, all the black folks would give him wide berth. Scared to death of him. But his tongue was hanging out about this far all the time. He couldn't bit anything. He'd have bit himself to death before he could have hurt anybody. That was the main dog I ever had.
Tell them about your canary.
Oh, did they not ever tell you about my canary? When I was a kid, about 6 years old, I had a canary, and it fell over dead one day. Well, I had a good friend at the time. His name was Fred Daves, and he was the local undertaker, the only undertaker, as a matter of fact, in town. And so Mother made me, out of one of those nickel matchboxes,
Yeah.
made me a little casket, put some cotton in there and a little pillow and all that from a little canary, and made me a little casket. And I took him up to Fred Dave's, and I asked Fred, was there some way we could get him out to the cemetery to give him a decent burial? I was about 6 years old. Fred, why, sure we can. He rolled out the hearse.
No.
Yeah, and we had a 3-car entourage behind the hearse, and buried him by the maple tree down there on my daddy's burial plot.
No.
And I made him a little wooden cross and put up there. Of course, it's long gone by now,
Cute.
and we all said a little prayer, and
And they
I
wrote it up in the
cried.
paper.
And somebody wrote it up and put it in the paper and all that stuff.
We
My
still have
word.
it with me.
So
That's
we
cute.
had a nice burial about that.
That's neat.
But I don't know of many canaries that's had a.
That could be the only one.
That
you know.
could possibly be the only one that's ever had a funeral on.
That's right.
Yeah. Tullahoma was a vastly different little old town from what it is now. Everybody knew everybody else.
Yeah.
Lord, no crime, no nothing.
What did what did his daddy's daddy do? Was he in the railroad too? Or you
My
remember?
grandfather.
Yeah.
I understand that he was a railroader, but I don't know for sure, Ray. I've never been able to research that back far enough to know. BJ's got a little more information on
Oh,
that
okay,
than I
okay.
do. I think he was in the railroad business, but I'm not too sure about that.
There were a lot of people in the railroad.
Oh
business
yeah,
for-
this was a kind of a, what to the airlines now was a hub back in
okay.
those days. It ran one out of here to Huntsville and one to Sparta and then of course on over to Chattanooga.
For some reason, I got in my head that Granddaddy was on the Rock Island line.
Now the Rock Island
was
line was an Illinois railroad line.
Oh, okay.
There was a line by that name, but it wasn't down in here. Rock Island is where he had his fishing camp.
Oh,
Is where your granddaddy had his fishing camp.
oh, he had that. He had one of those cars, a railroad
Yeah, one
car.
of those railroad car things that he converted into a cabin.
Huh.
And that Rock Island is up between McMinnville and Sparta. I don't know, Highway 55, I think it is.
That was Granddaddy's fishing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that he and his buddies went up there, went fishing, played cards, probably drank a little bit or a whole lot, whatever.
Well, no wonder he didn't take me up there with him, man.
Well, he didn't
Well,
take
he's-
me. Don't feel bad. He wouldn't take me either.
He used to take me to this beer joint across the railroad
Yeah,
track.
over there underneath the water tower.
Yeah.
Did you notice the water tower's gone?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they took it down. It was getting dangerous,
Oh.
so they had to remove it. another landmark gone.
Yeah, it's changed a lot, you know.
Oh yeah.
Keeps changing.
So, I don't know. Might better turn that off for a little while right now. Let me
I'm sorry.